traders, Raghee here, and in this update, I figured we'd revisit gold because just yesterday, in the update I mentioned gold was entering our zone. Well, it entered our zone, it exited our zone, and it continued lower. So the question that I've been getting the most throughout today is, well, Rag, what do you do on days like today? So let's talk a little bit about the setup that is gold, and then how I guide our traders in the futures room and in the mastery, etc., through what to do with a move like this. So I will tell you straight up, it's partially luck, and I never underestimate a little bit of luck in trading. It's partially luck that we had not hit the zone that was the initial trigger for my gold play. We were waiting, right? We were waiting for between 9:30 and 4 p.m. Eastern. We were waiting for gold to trade down to first 1801, and then I would look to buy GLD calls. So the first lesson here is, GLD is limited to these 9:30 to 4 p.m. hours. GC is not. However, it is GC that will trigger my GLD options. Okay, so that's first of all. And I do that with the S&P, with crude oil, with NASDAQ, with the Russell, with bonds. If there is a related futures contract, I will trade the ETF option based on trigger prices in the futures contract. All right, so the next thing, and again, I just really want to fully disclose that it was just a little, I won't say full luck, but a lot of luck that we had not hit our trigger. But this morning we did. Bell rings and we are a full, 20 plus points below the trigger. Well, there are actually 13 different kind of rules, guidelines, principles, whatever you want to call it, that guide my trades. And it sounds like a lot, but I mean, this is what guides all my trades. If someone wants to know what it is that I do, and I make these, available to members, because you got to know how we're processing what's going on. Well, one of the principles is to know what makes a trade entry invalid. So let's separate. Do I still want to be a buyer of gold? Absolutely. I'm still bullish and I'm still going to be a buyer of gold. But then the other more granular question is, the setup that preceded today's move lower, is that setup still valid? And that is a no. So yes, I want to be a buyer. No, the setup isn't valid because we're no longer looking at the same strikes being at the money that they would have been had we stopped in my zone. The lower part of the zone was 1790, by the way, so it was right in there. So again, we gapped open down through all of that on GLD. So there's nothing that I can do with gold until really one of two things happen. All right. So again, the setup is invalid right on the morning because we took out all the levels in one fell swoop. Okay. I did describe to traders that you could set up a day trade in gold for those of you that are a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more self-directed, and if gold showed signs of resilience and stability, that day trade could be held because we were trading a specific expiry. That's a little bit more advanced, but that is something I will do sometimes. Here's the main thing, though. Here's the takeaway and what you can look for next week. We're going to look for, again, on GC, we're going to look for either a minor low or an inside candle that preferably is below the halfway mark of today's candle. That's it. That means the soonest that I can actually do anything with gold is Tuesday. So keep that in mind, because if I get that pattern on Monday, we'll probably have another gold setup. I don't want to abandon the conversation. I think it's really important to come back and talk about it after I was saying, hey, I'm setting up a buy. Why didn't I take it? Again, I'd say 80-20. 80% was luck. 20% was, waiting for a really good trigger zone. But I'm still looking to be a buyer. I just did not get in today. I will look to build the position next week. So that's the scenario with gold, and I'll see you in the next update.
Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.